Welcome to the Courtyard Inn, Newark, University of Delaware. Not to be confused with the Courtyard Marriott Newark, which, as I learned the hard way, is a couple miles away. This one is just north of the University of Delaware campus by about a 10-minute walk. That one is at an interstate junction. Luckily, they were able to, free of charge, same day, cancel my reservation and get me in here. I don't think this hotel is all that full. About $181, which is a little steep for Newark, Delaware on a Tuesday, but so be it. This, of course, is the floor plan of the hotel. It's actually quite a large hotel, and I think there's actually a whole second building. The hallways are very spacious, especially around the elevators. A lot of rooms per floor. Very, very slow elevators. The lobby is extremely nice, with a 24/7 snack bar and a small restaurant type thing that's open for breakfast and dinner, and lots of seating. Free Wi-Fi. Lots of signs here. Just don't leave children unattended. Hair dryers. Great. Bunch of safety instructions. I guess these are the maximum rates. $459, that's quite a bit. What is this? Okay. A privacy placard sponsored by the Super Bowl. I've never seen that. That's interesting. So anyway, you got the deadbolt. So this is the view you get when you enter the room, and I'm just confirming I do have all of the lights in the room on. So the entryway here, as you can see, is a little bit dark, and this main switch here that turns on this light is a little bit dim. Carpet, pretty generic hotel style carpet. Seems reasonably new. Pretty clean. A little bit of dust, but not bad. As you walk in here, you've got electrical outlet. You've got ice bucket. There's ice down the hall. Fiji waters. I always detest when hotels do this. They leave you the tempting water in the room, but then they tell you it'll be a $3.50 charge for a single bottle of water. That seems a little steep. A little bit miffed because these Fiji waters, even for $3.50, are a little bit bruised and tattered. They look like they've probably been there for a while, which is probably one of the only reasons I didn't succumb to them earlier. They seemed old. Next to that, you're actually kind of oddly positioned, very centrally in the room, is the closet, which seems to work fine. I got the hair dryer, the ironing board, shelf here. It does not have any extra bedding that I can tell. Seems to work fine. Of course, it's one of these kind of mini closets where the hanger bar is really about, it's like chest height. It's not even shoulder height. So I hung up some pants today, and those are just barely not touching the floor. In fact, I guess they are missing the floor. You got your luggage rack in there. Stucco ceiling here. TV, is good sized for, it's about the right size for where it's positioned, how far it is away from the beds. The only downside of the TV is I can't find a channel guide anywhere, and the remote, which works, is very, very slow. It's very, very slow flipping between channels. It takes a long time to take. I guess there is a little bit of bedding there in those drawers. I'm gonna try the desk chair. Let's see how that feels. It's not bad, but I'm not overwhelmed by this experience. This is okay. You got a little tag there, trash on the floor. That's not a good sign for a hotel room when they have trash sitting around. Does this phone work? 2 phones in the room, they actually work. I've learned from experience doing these that is not always the case. Fairly nice sizable desk area. Does this thing, I guess this actually, you really have to pull this out. This is very heavy, this extra desk portion. And it's doesn't slide very easily, but I guess that's nice. You have some desk space there. Pretty generic hotel art there. A little on the generic side for a hotel that is associated with the university campus. Usually that gives you a lot of opportunity to create some custom, artistic materials. I noticed the chairs in the lobby are blue. Obviously, University of Delaware has blue hens, so that makes sense. But the room itself is actually very generically furnished. In fact, it's the same piece of artwork here over the beds. It's just it gets horizontally flipped. I've never seen that. That's kind of amusing. I guess you do have a little fridge down here. Small, but at least it doesn't come with anybody else's garbage in it. The plug here, the outlet actually works. Unlike a lot of hotels, they actually are pretty good here about telling you how to get onto the internet. The internet's not great, but they do at least tell you how to get onto it. They leave you 2 little books here. This is a very, I couldn't even tell what this book was. Just a very generic, I guess this is the Marriott book, maybe? I don't know. Issue 1.1, very tattered and beat up. Looks like it's been here for quite a while. I think they really need to change out their books. They also give you a book of all the restaurants in Delaware, which was quite interesting. Full-length windows here. I didn't even check out what my view is. It looks like a pretty generic view, so I won't. All I'm getting is glare here, so I won't try to actually show you the view. But looks like just some trees out there. I think we're looking back into the woods. This is kind of up the road a ways from the town, so you have to walk by, quite a bunch of houses. And it's a fairly high-speed road, so it's not the greatest walk. The sidewalk bumps right up against the road, and the road's pretty fast. Luckily, I realized when I got here they do have a shuttle service that goes back into downtown Delaware. In fact, it'll pick you up anywhere up to Wilmington, I guess. But that was convenient. It made it much easier to get to Main Street. Otherwise, it's about a 15-minute walk, which is not overwhelming, but it's enough that it's a little bit of a hassle to walk down there. So pretty generic hotel chair. More lights. I will give them credit. All of the lights in the room, while they are missing some perhaps that they could have around the entryway, all of the lights in the room seem to work. They're all bright except for that entryway one, and they all have switches that are very easy to find and turn on and off. So, you know, this one, even though it's kind of an artistic lamp, a standalone lamp, the switch is pretty easy. My room here has the 2 beds. They seem pretty standard, generic for hotel room beds. Comfortable enough, but not so comfortable that I am raving about them. Single headboard, interesting. Alarm clock. You get this again, you know, very, very kind of, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, very wrinkled little Marriott book. They don't have a hotel room book, they just give you this little pamphlet. In fact, there's actually some stains on it. But it tells you about the Wi-Fi, tells you about their in-house restaurant. I guess they have apparently they have an indoor pool and fitness center, which I didn't check out because, frankly, I didn't bring any shoes other than the shoes that I brought, which are not good for working out. Oh, here's the TV channel list. Not that many channels for a hotel room TV. I guess I apologize to the hotel for saying something that wasn't true about their TV. Anything else here that's remarkable? I thought it was interesting the way they framed their text here about the towels and the bed linens. Normally we change towels every day, but we also support our guests' preferences to conserve water, energy, and limit the use of cleaning products. It was interesting phrasing. I mean, I suppose there are some people who really care about those things, but those seem like things that are far more important to their bottom line than to, you know, my conservation interests. I guess this is getting rare for hotels. You actually get the Bible and the Book of Mormon. Wow. You know, a little bit of, the hotel is generally well kept up, but a little bit of scarring there. So from bed, they change the bed linens every 3rd day of your stay. That doesn't affect me. This is their, this is the menu they give you for their. It actually looked like a pretty nice little dinner setup. You know, it's not terrible. Doesn't look great. What are the times on this? When does this open? This is open from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday, and 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's nice that the breakfast is open till 11 a.m. on weekends. That always miffs me a little bit about hotels when they don't have the breakfast open very late. Like hotels that close breakfast at, 9 a.m. That just seems a little early to close down. So they give you the Delaware travel book here. I didn't realize there was all this going on in Delaware, but interesting enough. I haven't messed around with thermostat. I didn't even find the thermostat. I wonder if they even have one. I guess, oh, here it is. Thermostat. Here's the coffee maker. Trash can. Doesn't look like a great coffee maker. It's fairly old. But they at least give you bold decaf and another bold. At least 2 of the 3 are regular. Sometimes they'll give you 3 coffees, but 2 of them are decaf. Actually, a little bit of the bathroom now. They give you the full height mirror here, which is well positioned because this is actually kind of given the setup of the whole thing. That's about the best place you would want it because you can step back a ways from it. In the bathroom, some very generic hotel art. toilet, toilet paper, some towels, just a couple towels. Shower. I haven't tried it out yet, but looks pretty standard. Uneventful, as showers go. Like the light has some a gap between it and the ceiling, which probably suggests either the light or the ceiling is not level. The bowing shower curtain, which is nice because in the shower curtain doesn't ride on you in the shower. Little hook here. Pretty generic little bathroom. I was a little bit confused earlier. So they keep the sink, the only sink, outside of the toilet and shower room. I'm seeing a red wall there. So you again have a mirror here. So this is what they give you. Sink is pretty generic. Very, very small soaps, tissues, and all your standard shampoo and everything else here. Looks like it has not been washed in a long time. I wonder if this room has been rented recently. It seems pretty old. Smudge on the light switch. Another trash can. Multiple trash cans. That's convenient. Because they don't give you one under the desk, I don't think. So that's pretty much the room. Pretty good sized room. The circulation spaces seem pretty wide. This is the view of it. So it's not bad. It's not, I think the biggest thing is it just doesn't seem like this room has been rented in a while. All right, I guess that's it.